It's Monday. I'm Robin. Me reading stuff. How's everybody doing? I am shot out of a cannon. I don't know how to harness this. Like, how do I some days have this much energy and other days I just would rather die than wake up? I don't know if anyone has any ideas. Don't let me know, because I'm not on Instagram or Twitter anymore. At least not for Monastic May, which is going really well, everybody. Thank you for respecting me. Thank you for giving me space. I need space right now, or I was going to lose my mind. How does no one else feel that way? How is everybody else so fine with being completely connected to everybody and everything 24 hours a day? I don't understand it. I really don't. And I mean, I know that we're all different. But for me, it is so... It just got to be... I was at a point where I was either going to seriously jump off my balcony or not be as in touch with everything for a while. So... let me take a breath. It has been very, very nice. Monastic May, thank you to those of you. I know Dave and DW both named it for me. I can't remember who else. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting you. Let me know. Let me see. What else is up with me? My birthday on Saturday was fantastic. I woke up late. I ate a banana as usual. I drank 3 cups of coffee, big ones. I kind of just read for a few hours and intermittently watched the last episodes of The OC Season 1, which is fantastic. For lunch, I made a panini. I ate my favorite chips, Lay's Classics, dipped into yellow mustard. I love mustard, if I've never said that. I took a half-hour nap with little Frankie, my sick cat. Billy came home around dinner time with a cake from my favorite place. I know I don't usually eat dessert, but there is this one cake that I love. And my present from Billy is something I've wanted and needed forever: wireless headphones. I got Beats by Dre Studio Wireless. I put them on my head, and they feel like the headphones my dad had with his record player that I would play with when I was a kid. So I'm completely in love with these things. And they're going to be life-changing for me in my studio, because I needed the ability to, A, tune out the world, especially my neighbors, and B, to walk around freely and work on my large-scale drawings in my studio, yet not worry about how loud my music was or turning my music up and down volume-wise. And then I can watch my TV shows while I walk around. I mean, it's honestly... because most of my TV shows are on my laptop, and laptop speakers aren't that great. Even though I have... Anyway, the point is, they're the perfect present. Thank you, sweet Billy. I love you more than anybody, and I'm very, very happy right now. So that was good. What else is going on? I don't know. I do know that I'm going to be reading you again from, let's see if anyone guesses it. Did I hear world poetry, an anthology of verse from antiquity to our time? Yes, that's what I'm going to be reading from again. I'll put the link to this book in the description of this podcast. I cannot recommend this book enough. I've read from it at least 10 times now. And let's make it 11. This is from chapter 12. This is Mayan poetry. This is from the Popol Vuh. And you may know the name, the Popol Vuh, if you don't know the Mayan text from about 1555, written by Anonymous. It is also the name of a German avant-garde band who I love, named the Popol Vuh, and I know them because of one of my heroes, Werner Herzog. Used them to score many of my favorite films of his. Number 1 being my favorite movie of all time, The Enigma of Kaspar Hauser, and Florian Fricke was actually in the movie as the blind pianist, if you know that one. And everybody's favorite, Aguirre, The Wrath of God. They make some of the most beautiful music. I'll put a link to some of that in the description of this podcast as well. But the Popol Vuh is this text. It's sort of like the Mayan Bible. It describes their idea of creation and how we all came to be. But it is the most incredible story I have ever read. I really do think so. And it is considered one of the greatest... I don't know what you call it. I mean, sometimes people call it a work of literature, but I don't even know how to describe this. There's this one part where these 4 men are made from like a hurricane, and doe. And they're supposed to be like some of the first 4 men on Earth. And their names are Jaguar Quince, Jaguar Night, Dark Jaguar, and get the name of this 4th guy, Not Right Now. That's his name, Not Right Now. I don't know why. I don't know how to describe it. All I know is that's the truth. And I was reading this excerpt from my world poetry book days after I made this drawing that really changed things for me, because I myself am working on the idea of creation in my studio and dealing with the beginnings of a new world in here. And I have this piece called Lightning Mother, and it actually has the words Lightning Mother in it. And I don't know where that came from exactly, but anyway, when I read this excerpt from the Popol Vuh. I can't pronounce the name. I keep pronouncing it differently. I apologize. Anyway, it backed me up. Any artist or writer or creative person knows that feeling of you're doing something based on instinct, and then you read or see something that seals the deal, and you're on the right path. Well, that's what's been going on with me. So I've been reading the Popol Vuh and being obsessed with it, and here we go. Let me just read you this, and I think you'll understand why I love it so much. This is from the section 2 Hymns. 1. Truly now, double thanks, triple thanks, that we've been formed. We've been given our mouths, our faces. We speak, we listen, we wonder, we move. Our knowledge is good. We've understood what is far and near, and we've seen what is great and small, under the sky, on the earth. Thanks to you, we've been formed. We've come to be made and modeled. Our grandmother, our grandfather. 2. Wait, thou maker, thou modeler, look at us, listen to us. Don't let us fall. Don't leave us aside. Thou God in the sky, on the earth, heart of sky, heart of earth. Give us our sign, our word. As long as there is day, as long as there is light, when it comes to the sowing, the dawning, will it be a greening road, a greening path? Give us a steady light, a level place, a good light, a good place, a good life and beginning. Give us all of this, thou hurricane, newborn thunderbolt, raw thunderbolt, newborn nanahawk, raw nanahawk, falcon, hunapu, sovereign plumed serpent, bearer, begetter, spiakak, schmokane, grandmother of day, grandmother of light, when it comes to the sowing, the dawning. Thank you, Dennis Tedlock, translator of that version of the Popol Vuh. I've read other translations and they're not that good. So seriously, I might just find Dennis Tedlock and write him a little thank you card. I really do that to strangers often. You have no idea how often I do that. I find it to be important, especially when it's someone like this who does something this beautiful and translates an incredible piece of literature. And then, maybe he doesn't know how much he's appreciated. Maybe he does. Maybe he's like the biggest translator in the world and I just don't know. Anyway, I'm going to definitely reach out to him. Hey guys, I just looked it up and it turns out Mr. Tedlock won the Penn Translation Prize for his translation of the Popol Vuh. So he knows he's awesome. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be yet another person to tell him how much I appreciate his work. Hey, I'm back over here. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ROBYN_ONEIL. I will be a ghost during my monastic May, but I'll come back with a vengeance as May turns to June, and we'll have a whole bunch of fun then. If you guys don't mind, if you enjoy the poems I read or you enjoy something about this podcast, including my royalty-free hip-hop, go ahead and write me a review on Instagram. That would be much appreciated. No, not Instagram. I did it again. Does this mean that I secretly miss Instagram or something? I meant iTunes, everybody. Get over onto iTunes, write me a review or not. If you don't like this podcast, I apologize for wasting the last 9 minutes and 11 seconds of your life. I love you all, even those of you who have a problem with me. And I mean that. Everybody. Have a wonderful week. I'll talk to you again on Thursday. Goodbye.